सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानां बाहुद्वन्द्वेन रत्नोज्ज्वलवलय भृता शोणपाणिप्रवाळेनोपाता वेणुनाळी प्रसृतनखमयूखाङ्गुली संगशारा कृत्वा वक्त्रारविन्दे सुमधुरविकसद् रागमुद्भाव्य मानैः शब्दब्रह्मामृतैः त्वं शिशिरितभुवनैः सिञ्च मे कर्णवीथि
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. The first Shloka of the first Daśhakaṃ gave the essence of Nārāyaṇīyam. Why is the first Shloka important for any Grantham? For small Shlokas of 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 verses, we can easily say that there won't be an exact pattern. But when it comes to Brihat Granthas, large Granthas, we have seen Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, Vishnu Puranam, Bhagavatam, and many kavyas written in the last 2000 years. Take, for instance, Yadavabhyudayam of Swami Vedanta Deshika, comprises of 2500 plus shlokas. Paduka Sahasram, 1000 plus shlokas, composed by Vedanta Deshika. Nārayaneeyam, composed of 1000 plus shlokas by Narayana Bhaṭṭatiri. 1000 plus shlokas composed by Venkatadhari Kavi called Lakshmi Sahasram. Be it Lakshmi Sahasram, Paduka Sahasram, Nārayaṇīyam, Yadavabhyudayam, which have large shlokas, there will be a pattern. The pattern and the skeleton will be very beautiful to understand. And the last shloka, as we recite from shloka 1 to the last shloka, the paddhati is, you have to complete the recitation by reciting the first shloka of the kavyam again. So the first shloka, which is recited at the first and at the last, occupies a significant position. The first shloka says, Hantabhagyam Jananam. How fortunate are the people? We have to extrapolate it, take it to us as well. I am fortunate to be speaking in front of you all. You are all fortunate to be listening to Nārayaneeyam. So that Saubhagyam, Hantabhagyam Jananam, we are also that Saubhagya Janas. In the first Daśhakaṃ, second Shloka, Bhaṭṭatiri says, Evam durlabhyavastunyapi sulabhataya hastalabdhe yadanyat tanva vachadhiyava bhajati batajanaha shudrataiva sputeyam ete tavadvayam tu sthiratara manasa vishwapida bahatyai nisheshartmananenam gurupavanapuradhisham evashrayamaha evam durlabhyavastuni. He says there are certain things in this world, list of things, which is very tough to get. See, first is Manushya Janma. Agreed that we have to respect the animals. Agreed that we have to be compassionate towards them. Agreed that we have to feed them whichever way possible. All that is fine. But there is an extra element attached to the human birth. They cannot compose kavyams. They cannot appreciate literature. It is humans who have been endowed with the knowledge by Paramatma to appreciate, compose, internalize and contemplate on our Vedanta. So this human birth itself is something very unusual, not so familiar. Second, in that human birth, to understand the concept of Sanatana Dharma. And in Sanatana Dharma, having a brief understanding of our Vedas, Upanishads, Itihasas, Puranas and Dharma Shastra. And all of that to be extremely fortunate to understand Bhagavata Mahapurana. And above all, to understand that Krishna of Guruvayur is the one who has been mentioned in our Bhagavata Mahapurana. So we have 4-5 stages of showing unfamiliarity but being very fortunate. Evam durlabhya vastuni hastalabdhe sulabhataya. See, generally parents will pamper their children in such a way that the mother or father will cook. The child will not be asked to come even to the dining table or to the kitchen. They will take the food and give it as bed coffee to the child, bed food to the child. They are so pampered. Such great things that we have discussed. We don't have to take efforts. Bhaṭṭatiri has composed on Krishna who is in Guruvayur. For us, it is just available as if the sweet is given on our palm. So, hastalabdhe sulabhataya. Sulabhataya, it comes with such ease. Hastalabdhe, like how an object will come into our palm. Apijanaha bhajati. When such an unfamiliar thing of human birth, jnanam in dharma, bhakti towards Bhagavatam and love towards Krishna is achieved, even then, apijanaha bhajati. Even then people like us, he says people like us, what do? We bhajati. Which means we propitiate. Whom do we propitiate? Anyat. Leaving Krishna, we go to somebody else. Leaving Bhagavatam, we go to something else. Leaving Guruvayur, we go to something else. Leaving the human birth, we don't understand the beauty of human birth. Bhajati, janaha bhajati, anyat. How do we do it? Instead of putting our mind, body and words in action to Bhagavan, we completely focus all this in something else. What are these 3 things? Manasa, Vacha, Karmana. The mind says, study the book. The mouth reads the book. For the mouth to read, you have to pick up the book. So I pick up the book. The mind says, read the book. And as I read, my mouth utters. So all 3 have to be in equilibrium. I should think. What I think, I should execute it in bodily action. Whatever I execute in bodily action, I should also be verbal. I should say, my thought should be when a guest comes, please come. That should be my thought. I have to be hospitable. I have to show that in my body. I have to show. I have to say, please come. So my mind should say, be hospitable. My body should do this and I should say, please come. So that is why Bhaṭṭatiri says, Tanva, Vacha, Dhiyava. Whether be it mind, Dhiyava, Vacha, verbal, Tanva, whether it is through body. Tanva, Vacha, Dhiyava. So these are called as Karanatrayam. Karanatraya Sarupyam iti Saukhya Rasayanam, says Vedanta Deshika. Karanatrayam, all 3 have to come together. Apijanaha bhajati, Tanva, Vacha, Dhiyava, Anyat, iti yat. Then this is bound to happen. What is bound to happen? Iyam sphuta kshudrata eva. It is a lamentable matter, he says. Who will do this? When you have Krishna and Guruvayur and Bhagavatam, why will you go behind others and read other things? To etevayam tavat. If we do that, sthiratara manasa ashrayamaha iyam sphuta kshudrata eva. Kshudrata, it is something to be avoided. Then he says, to etevayam tavatu, on our part, sthiratara manasa ashrayamaha. We have to seek refuge. Under whom? Enam, in this Bhagavan Krishna, Guru Pavanapuradhisham eva. We have to seek refuge in the one who is in Guru Pavanapuram. Nisheshatmanam, the one who is present in all of us. He is present in all of us without leaving any object. Hussein of Arabia, Paul of Scotland, Sheshachari of India, all of them have Paramatma inside. It is not that he is there only for Hindus. So, Nisheshatmanam Vishwapida Apahatyai. Only when we take that Bhagavan in our heart and meditate upon him, the world's problems will move away. Vishwapida Apahatyai. So then only the world will be devoid of its ailments. Then he continues in the third shloka. Sattvam yattat parabhyam aparikallanato nirmalam tena tavat bhutait bhutendriyaiste vapuriti bahushaha shruyate vyasavakyam tat swachhatvat yadachadita para sukha chidgarbha nirbhasarupam tasmin dhanyāramante shrutimati madhure sugrahe vigrahete. He continues, Vyasavakyam shruyate. The words of Vyasa, Veda Vyasa is lingering in his ears and mind. What did he say? Bahushaha te vapuhu iti. That Parabrahman, Paramatma will come in different forms. Bahushaha te vapuhu, in different forms, body. But when he comes, Bhutendraihi yat. You may think that the body comprises of Pancha Jnanendriyas and Pancha Karmendriyas. We have eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. Then we have Karmendriyas, hands, legs, face, which comprises of the mouth. Then the excretory and the reproductive organs. So we have Pancha Jnanendriyam and Pancha Karmendriyam. We may think when he comes in different forms, he will have all of that. Tena tavat bhutaihi tata sattvam nirmala. But for him alone, unlike us, for him alone, they have all originated in the avataras from a gunam called a sattva gunam, which comprises only of peace and bliss. So sattvam nirmala. Mala means dosham, where there is a flaw. Nirmala, flawless, blemishless. So he is sattvam nirmala. He is without any dosham, any flaws, any blemishes, and he is of sattva gunam. Sattvam nirmalam. Api kala natahar parabhya. And he is not mixed with two other gunas, rajo gunam and tamo gunam. Tasmin vigrahe te yat. That form of yours, Bhaṭṭatiri says, looking at Krishna of Guruvayur, that form of yours which is only sattva gunam and doesn't have a rajo and tamo gunam, parikalanataha parabhyam tat sattvam. Sattvam, no rajas tamas. Tasmin vigrahete yat, that form of yours, achadita parasukha chidgarbha nirbhasa rupam. Chidgarbham nirbhasa rupam. That form that I see in front of me, which is an embodiment of sattva guna with no rajo and tamo guna, is so resplendent. It looks as if 1,000 suns were smelted together. Tat swachhatvat. That form, again he insists, it is of sattva gunam. Shuddha sattvam. That shuddha sattva, divya mangala vigraha. Generally, if we have to tell in Sanatana Dharma, we have to technically use the word divya mangala vigraham. But in English, somehow, after the British rule, we have used the word image, idol. Idol of the West is a small object made of wood or metal. It doesn't have life. Whereas in Sanatana Dharma, you do prana pratishtha to the image. So it is Sakshat Bhagavan. Till it is sculpted in Odisha or Mahabalipuram, it is a stone. The moment you do prana pratishtha, it is Sakshat Bhagavan. So he says, Tat swachhatvat shruti mati madhure sugrahe. That form that I see in front of me is very pleasing to the eyes. When I hear your praises, when praises are being sung in front of you, it is very pleasing to my ears. That prasadam of yours which is given to me to taste is very good to the tongue. Kulashekara Alvar too says, I have to praise you. I have to keep seeing you. I have to keep listening about you. All this he says. So, Shrutimati Madhure Sugrahe, that image, that's Divyamangala Vigraham which is easy to grasp. Dhanyaha Ramante, for devotees like me. Bhaṭṭatiri says, for devotees like me, we have to take it for us. It is so nice to see and think of such a beautiful form of Bhagavan in Sri Guruvayur. He says, Shrutimati Madhure Sugrahe Dhanyaha Ramante. Dhanyaha. We are all extremely satisfied. Ramante, we also enjoy looking at Krishna of Sri Guruvayur.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण